I did the Netflix Christmas Day game, and it was a great experience. Working for Netflix has always been a great experience, and I have a blast. I have a few cocktails. Take the shirt off for.
I wasn't sure how you were going to show up today.
Oh yeah,
I'm just saying.
Well, I got my belly button back now that I've lost weight, so I take my shirt off way more. Isla told me we were in Hawaii, and she goes, "Buddy, you got to start losing weight." And I said, "Why?" She goes, "I know you can't see it, but you're losing your belly button." And I was like, "What?" And I couldn't see it. I was like, "Is it bad?" And I have a belly button phobia. Like I have a few phobias: clowns, balloons, and belly buttons.
Oh yeah.
And I do not like my belly button touched. And and oh my God, what's crazy? What's crazy is Isla was like, I'd gotten so fat, it was starting to become an outie.
Yeah.
And then you know when like women get pregnant?
That's why I'm like, pregnancy, yeah. But
And so I could feel it touching my shirt.
Oh, and that just wigged you right out.
And Isla would know when it was touching my shirt. She was like, "Uh-oh. Are you sensory overloading?" And I was like, "Ah." She's like, "You got to lose weight, get your belly button back."
I feel it.
That was the first thing Leanne said when she saw me naked. She goes, "You're getting your belly button back." I was like, "That's not what you want to hear."
I feel like it's a compliment.
Yeah, I know it is a compliment. It's not that bad. It's better.
Oh, you look so great. Look
Yeah.
at you. Flat stomach.
Yeah, well, I sucked in. My hair, I gotten hairier. When you get fat, your hair spreads out.
Right.
So you don't look as hairy. And then when you
now
lose weight,
it's
it gets hairier.
Super hairy. Are you going to wax it?
No.
No.
Leanne, I shaved my chest. Look, I'm from Florida, okay? So I'm like part meathead. So we used to trim up our chest, like to make it look nice and
Right.
neat.
No, groom.
I still Caesar out my tits.
Oh.
Like I cut a line.
Okay, what's
can
your
tell.
grooming tool that you
I have a
use?
liner.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, it's the best thing. Probably the best thing I ever learned from black men is about liners.
Okay.
Because they do sharper edges, and they're a real thin razor with a longer blade. And the ones I use are I forget the I forget the name of the, but they're really great. And so what I do is I get out of the shower, I comb my breast hair down,
Right.
and then
While it's wet? You shave while it's wet?
This is the tutorial.
Okay, here we go.
I go up under here and then right to here. And it looks like I have like breasts. The worst is I did that to Tom Segura one time.
As friends do.
It's the hardest I've ever laughed in my life. We're in Hawaii. It's our first day in Hawaii. We're down at the beach, and I go, "Buddy, can I hook you up?" And he goes, "What's that?" And I said,
What do you mean?
I said, "Listen." I said, "I want to shave your back. It's really hairy, but more importantly, what I'd like to do," I go, "your underarm hair is connecting with your chest hair."
Oh.
I go, "If we can hollow that out,
Just
give you-
separate it a little.
give you a distinct underarm, so people think there's a pit there, and not just underarm fold."
Shadows.
It's all shadow work. It's all shadow work. And I go, and then what I'm going to do is I'm going to hollow out your breast and I'll line it so it looks like you have muscles. And,
Yes.
and this is a very
Right?
different Tom Segura. Now the
Okay,
Tom Segura you
okay.
know and love right now this is a different one. This is Fat Tom who always had hot sauce in his pocket. Like
Okay.
you go to dinner with him and he'd pull out his own hot sauce.
Okay, that's commitment.
And he was dumber then. He was so much dumber. And we go up to the room. I shave his back clean.
He's dumb because he lets you do this.
I know.
Oh
That's
yeah.
what I was actually going to say.
He trusted me.
Because you're, of course, a master,
And-
manscaper.
Yes.
And
Yes.
like in Hawaii, so 0 drinks have been had.
I've been drinking pretty aggressively.
Oh.
I've been drinking.
Did you cut his nipple off?
No.
Okay,
Oh,
okay.
by the way, you can find the footage. You can find the footage.
We need
It's
it.
the hardest I've ever laughed in my life. So I trim out the underarm, and then I go up under, and I get the first breast. All I get's one breast. And as I start the next one, I'm really close to the forest, right? And I pull back, and I realize it looks like his tit is wearing sunglasses. And I'm like, oh, this isn't good. And it looked like they're wearing a mask, like it does. And I go, and then
like a superhero mask.
and he, like the Lone Ranger, like it's about to rob a bank. And I said to Tom, I started giggling, and he looked at me so vulnerable, and he goes, "Does it look good?"
You're like, no.
I laughed so hard I thought I was having a stroke. I was on the toilet, sweating, crying, laughing, and he
With
was
him
like,
standing in front of
and
you.
he's standing in front of the mirror. I'm off to the side. He's like, it looks like, he goes, this is why guys shave their balls and dick, to make it look bigger. He goes, I just look fatter. It's the hardest I've ever laughed in my life. I've like the top 5 hardest. That's by far one of them.
Right up there.
Oh my God.
What's another one?
I'm trying to think. I have one. One was like just silly. We were in Catalina and we were.
Who's we?
We used to do big family vacations with these families that we're all friends with. So we all had kids the same age. So it's like, maybe it's like 12 of us, 15 of us. It's the Schmitz, the Gillens, the Kreischers. My sisters were there. My old roommate. It was a big group of like young nuclear family. And we had the girls, and what weed had just gotten popularized again. And so we're on Catalina, and we see a buffalo in Catalina. Oh. For those of you that don't know, the owner of the Cubs used to own Catalina, and he'd hold spring training out on Catalina. And as we're experimenting with marijuana for the first time since college, right?
Right.
It just got legalized in LA.
With your kids.
Medicinal. My kids are there, Leanne's sober. Me and these guys are all smoking weed. My sisters are with me. It's a great group. My sisters make me laugh so hard. And we see buffalo, and someone goes, wow, there's buffalo out here? And someone goes, yeah, the owner for the Cubs brought them out. And my sister goes, oh, for a scrimmage? And I laughed so hard. You know when you visualize it? Yes. And then all you can see is the owner of the Cubs in a seersucker suit with a big cigar looks out to left field and his team is warming up. And then he looks out and sees buffalo grazing. And he looks at his assistant and he goes, I meant the fucking team. And he's like, oh, I brought the real buffalo, sir. And I couldn't stop laughing. It's one of those laughs where as you visualize it, you keep laughing harder and harder. The hardest my dad ever laughed. I'm going to do that. This is a little bit of a bit, but this is the hardest my dad's ever laughed. So my dad doesn't find me funny. He does not find me funny.
In this moment or at all?
At all.
Okay.
Like he doesn't get me. So like I made him laugh. We went, this is a good wrestling story, and I'm gonna let you know that this will probably be in a special, and it'll be a lot better. But you're getting
you heard it here first.
You're getting the skinny story. We went to a Disney resort for a luau. Long story short, my dad did not want to go to a Disney resort. The alcohol was minimal, and they said they had a special guest coming. And I look around, I see Moana, and so obviously as a wrestling fan, I go, it's the fucking Rock.
Naturally.
And so I make so much noise going, they're going to bring out The Rock. And they're like, who's ready for a special guest? And I'm like, I can smell what's up ahead. Shirts off, whipping around my head. And they're like, put your hands together for Mickey Mouse. And my dad's like, oh my God, doubled over. He's like, they think you're a Disney adult. They think you were molested. My dad, the hardest I've ever seen him, the hardest he's ever laughed. The hardest he's ever laughed. This is a bit, but it's the truth. Christmas, probably 15 years ago, I'm in DC. I call my wife and I go, hey, what do you want for Christmas? And she goes, pajamas. I went, oh, cool. So I hear pajamas. She wants pajamas. She gets pajamas. Now, the DC Improv is right next to a Gap. So I go into Gap and I go, I need 7 pairs of pajamas. And the guy goes, do you want them wrapped? I go, yeah, individually wrap them. So I get 7 pairs of individual pajamas, and I'm like,
fantastic.
My wife wants pajamas. My wife's got pajamas. Yeah. I'm so excited. I nailed it.
Boom.
She said what she wanted.
7
I got
pairs.
it.
7 pairs.
7 pairs.
Over deliver.
I fan them out like a deck of cards under the tree, and I'm so excited.
So proud.
Because I know what she wants, and I'm going to kill it. All Christmas, I'm like, open my gift. And she was like, I'll get to it. I'm working with the girls. My dad's next to me. He goes, you must have killed it this year, buddy. I go, you'll see. So my dad's drinking eggnog and whiskey on Christmas morning. So finally she gets to mine. I've been talking about this present for an hour. The whole family gathers around to see what I got my wife. I maybe built it up too much.
Maybe.
She opens the first pair and just goes, oh, pajamas. And I go, ooh. I go, if that's how she reacted to pajamas number 1. I can't imagine it's gonna build, you know.
2%.
My dad just goes, "Who the fuck buys someone pajamas?" And I'm like, "Oh, this is gonna get bad."
She told me this is what she wanted.
She opens the second pair and just goes, "Oh, more pajamas." My dad looks at the 5 unwrapped gifts, does the math, and I thought he was having a stroke. He goes, "Oh, you're a fucking idiot." He starts wheezing. By pajamas number 5, I thought we were going to have to call an ambulance. He's like, pajamas number 6, the whole family's going, come on, pajamas. Come on, pajamas. Pajamas number 7, they are pissing themselves. Not knowing that I also bought my mom and sister's pajamas also. the hardest I've ever seen. My dad, the other time my dad laughed the hardest was one year, right after I got written up in Rolling Stone magazine, I went to Orlando. I was going to move to New York, and I was my last hangout with my girlfriend. I'm at her family's house, and we have a big dinner, and we're in Orlando. We go out, and that night I got pretty fucked up. We drank a 6-pack on the dock. Me and her sister's boyfriend. I ate a joint. I
Ate it.
I'm not sure that choice.
I got
but-
locked in their pantry because it was a pocket door. So like as I closed it, I couldn't find the doorknob. And then I was like, well, if this were a good place to be locked in, there's a lot of food.
Right?
I get up in the middle of the night and I urinate on their dining room table.
Oh, that's a good move.
Her dad sees me. Her dad wakes up, sees me. I then David Blaine the tablecloth, lay on the table in the piss, and I go back to sleep.
Oh.
He moves me to the bed. Like,
He
he gets me to the bed.
He actually moves you to the bed?
I'm still hammered. I'm
Put you
so out of it.
outside?
Wow.
Puts me in my bed.
Wow.
Wakes up her. She comes out. She goes, he must have just spilt water. I gave him a cup of water. It must be water. And he goes, I think I saw him pissing. So I wake up the next morning. Everyone's at breakfast. And they're like, how'd you sleep last night, Bert? I'm like, good. Oblivious to the fact that I've pissed on their dining room table. Everyone leaves breakfast.
And tried to go to
and
back
slept
to
in
bed.
it. And slept in it. Mind you, I smell like urine. I have not showered. She's like, did you piss on my family's dining room table? I go, no.
Of course not.
What are you talking about? I'm a grown man. She goes, I know. That's what I said. My dad said he saw you pissing on the dining room table. And you know how when you kind of recollect a dream?
That
I go,
sounds
that's so funny.
familiar.
I had a dream about your dad last night.
Carrying me somewhere.
Does your dad wear tighties, whiteies? And she goes, he does. I go, I think I pissed on your table. So I don't go skiing with them. I don't go water skiing. I drive home. This is before cell phones.
Yeah.
So I stop halfway, there was this circus. I thought Circus World used to be outside Orlando.
Right.
I forget what it's called, but it's like a circus thing. I stop right by there at a gas station. I call my mom and dad and I go, hey, I'm coming home. And I'm flying to New York the next day. And they're like, you're not going to spend the day with the Maddox? And that's their real name. And I said, no.
I'm no longer welcome.
I said, it's a long story. I'll tell you when I get there. I walk in. And my dad, it's funny the visual I remember. My dad is standing, we had a hook where we always kept our keys, right when you entered the kitchen, in the garage, laundry room, and then right where you kept your keys. And my dad has his hand on the hook by the keys, and he goes, hey, buddy, what are you doing here? And I went, I came home early. And he goes, why? I said, I didn't feel like water skiing. And he goes, hold on, what's going on? And I said, we partied last night. And he goes, and I go, and I pissed on their dining room table. And I watched my dad go, and he's holding onto the keys, and that's the only thing holding his body up. He's going, tell me more. And I go, I guess I got up in the middle of the night and pissed on it. I go, Mr. Maddox found me. He goes, he found you. And I go, and then I took the tablecloth. He goes, no, you didn't. I said, I laid it. And he goes, have you showered? And I'm like, no. And he smells me. Goes, it's a true story. Oh, God. That's the hardest I've ever made my dad laugh.
It's a good bit. It's a good bit. It's going to work.
I've never told that one on stage.
That's a good one.
Yeah, maybe I'll tell
that's
it
a
this
really
one,
good one. Why did you not tell that one? Did you just remember it recently?
Stand-up. No, I was just remembering the hardest time I made my dad laugh.
Yes.
Stand-up's weird in that it's funny. Like a lot of times, your best bits, you won't know they're bits. You're just like, oh, it's a story I tell my friends. I don't know how to get it on stage. And then people are like, you got to tell that on stage, but you don't know how to get into it. You don't know how to like.
What's the setup?
Yeah, like that's the beauty of being around stand-ups. Like I remember one time, I was just talking to Joe about this the other day. I was at the Comedy Store and I was like, we were doing a new material night where people yell stuff out and then you riff on it. And someone said, Anne Frank. And I was like, oh, it's so funny. I used to think Anne Frank and Helen Keller were the same person. And the room's like, what?
Wait,
and
what?
Then I told a story of how I found out at the Anne Frank house that they're not. And I got off stage and You know, Rogan has like many faces, but his best face he has is when he's confused by you. It's almost like if you ever watch him listen to stories about aliens, it's the same face.
Okay, no, I know
And he's
that
like,
face. Yes.
Why? He goes, what? Is that true?
Is that
And
real?
I went, yeah. And he goes, is that a bit? And I went, no. And he goes, you gotta talk about this on stage. You gotta get back up. You gotta go into another room and explore the story. And I was like, what's so funny? That's the same day I went to a live sex club and they had this flying dildo show. And he was like, oh my God. And that became a big bit. But it's like, you don't know. The pajama story was a story I told right before I was about to do Secret Time, which I, by the way, shot here in Philly at the Troc. And Adam Egget, I just did it, like I just told it on stage, like in the OR, not thinking, getting ready for my special, but not thinking it would fit. And Adam Egget, who now runs Joe's Club, the Comedy Mothership, came up to me, he goes, that is hysterical. And I was like, yeah, but it's a story. In my head, I was like, it's a story about people laughing. It's not really like, and he was like, I don't give a shit.
No,
he's like, I was
so
crying.
relatable.
It worked.
Yeah.
She's in pajamas, so I got her 7.
So I
Yeah.
got her. I nailed it.
I have a story I'm working on that I can't, that when I tell in the bus, like if I tell friends, it's so funny, but I can't get to work on stage about Isla for like a year spoke with a French accent. And it was all to piss Leanne off. And it used to make me laugh so hard. And then she just stopped. Isla's just such an interesting, she sent 95 pictures of our dog last night. She just kept texting. So our kids are very emotionally grown up. My children are. I was not. I was angry all day. I was angry this morning. I was angry. I get angry when instead
Your
of her.
initial response.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And Isla talked me off a ledge. Georgia was like, hey, you got a show to do. Like, they're just really wise children.